So we're on to our next project in the house now. It's this old back door in our new toilet that we've built. So yeah, the job is to brick that up into a window. I've obviously never done anything like this before. I'm not a builder, I'm not a bricklayer. Yeah, it's just new experience. So as always, I've already come into some problems. I've started to take the plaster around the door frame off and I've found that it hasn't got a lintel in. There's a lintel in the inside skin, but it's like a wooden lintel, which I guess is fine. But on the outside skin, there's no lintel whatsoever. So I've gone out and bought one of them, just bought a concrete lintel because it's just the little alleyway at the side of the house, so it's not going to be on show. What I need to do is I need to recreate the cavity in the wall. And then obviously the breeze spots will go on the inside skin. These are bricks here, but because you're not going to see them anyway, so we're just going to use breeze blocks. I'm pretty sure that's the standard thing builders do. We're going to use the old bricks on the outside from the front door. Trying just to stop the dust going in there.
Yeah. That was easy. Show us that strength. This is making me itch.
Making you what?
I'm scared I'm gonna fall into the copper.
Okay, so we've got all the crap out of the cavity. It needs a little bit of tidying up, but the main bit of it's done. Our next problem is basically we've got a concrete lintel for the top, but it's as wide as the door frame is now. Obviously, because we're shortening the gap to put a window in, the lintel will be big enough for the window, but not big enough to support these bricks right now. So the plan is to put the screws back into this frame here at the top, so that's holding these bricks, because a couple of them feel a little bit loose. I think the mortars come off it, might need repointing when we get to it, but just to hold it in place so we don't get any bricks fall on my head, we're going to screw it back in and then cut the frame here so we can start building the bricks up to it, and then once we've got some height on the bricks we can worry about that next. As you can see, I've obviously cut off the bottom half of the frame, and then I've just taken off the bottom layer of the mortar, which is underneath the footplate of the frame, just so it's matching the original damp line. I'm going to put the damp proofing across now, or in a minute, and then we can start bricking it up. We need to decide whether we are going to feather the bricks out, so take these half bricks out and then add a full brick in, or if we're just going to brick it up as is. The reason we were thinking of just bricking it up as is because it's round the side of the house, it's not on show, and it's meant to be quicker to do. But yeah, we're just trying to decide if it's worth doing. We've just been to Wicks. We originally bought the pre-mixed mortar. It was like £11 something per bag, but we've decided to return them and just get normal sand and cement, just because when I was using it yesterday, I just didn't like it, so I thought we'd go back to traditional methods and just use normal sand and cement. I think the mix we're going to use is 4:1, which is what I've read online is meant to be the best mix. We can get cracking.
Like that?
Flat.
Yeah.
So we've run out of bricks now, of our original brick. So I've got up to this length. It's annoying because we only needed one more on top to reach the height of the window. And then obviously we need some around the side, but the main wall would have at least been finished. So the next job I'm going to do now is to start doing the inside skin with the breeze block. And you can see here I've done the bottom layer just to set the level of it. And I've also added some insulation. So this is the insulation I bought. As you can see, I've fitted it in the cavity already. So basically now all I'm going to do is just fit the rest of the breeze blocks up. I've got 10 I think. I've also bought some of these, they're wall ties. So basically for the inside skin, because they're not feathered like the bricks are on the outside, I'm going to every so often put these into the original brickwork, and then that will basically just tie the new brick to the old wall. So these wall ties just work really easily. So you just mark or measure out where you want them to go, where it will meet the next course, and then obviously you drill the hole, and then you get these little plugs of it. So obviously you just put them in both sides, and then these obviously just they just screw into it like that. And then that should be the right height for the next breeze block. I've made a pretty rookie mistake as well, which I'll show. Might as well show the mistakes as well. The top row of the original brick ties, I put them in a course too high, so they should have been on this row. But I've actually put them on that row. So I'm either going to cut them or just bend them out the way, and then I'm going to have to chisel out a little section and then re-mortar some new ones in. Yeah, is what it is.